Assalamualaikum and hi, my name is Siti Aishabati Zaharuddin. My matrix number is 09DUP19F1002. Followed by my team members.
My name is Putri Arina Sofia binti Muhammad Azman. My matrix number is 09DUP19F1023.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Azhar Biapedi. My number matrix 09 DUP 19F109.
Hello, my name is Hamiza binti Awang. My matrix number 09DUP19F1022. Wait, but today's presentation is based on Tioman Island vlog by AG Official. So if you are interested to watch the video, we already put the link in the description box below, so you can watch it there.
Today we will present 2 days and 1 night trip to Pulau Tioman, and this is the video reference, and also this is the contents that we will talk in this video.
Today, I will present a trip itinerary to Tioman Island. The itinerary for the trip is for 2 days, but this trip is actually for 3 days and 2 nights. For the first day itinerary, they started at 9:50 a.m. where they left home at that time from Johor Bahru. Next, at 10 until 10:15 a.m., they stopped at the petrol station to refuel and pump tires to ensure a smooth journey. After that, at 10:15 until 11:30 a.m., they continued their journey to Plaza DJT located in Mersing, Johor. The journey, which should take 2 hours to arrive at Mersing Jetty, only take 1 hour and 15 minutes due to the quiet road condition and no congestion, where they arrived early around 11:30 a.m. at Mersing Jetty. After arrived at Plaza Jetty, they spent some time there by taking pictures and stopped at the shops around the jetty while waiting to board the ferry at 12:30 p.m. When the clock shows 12:30 p.m., they start to board the ferry they book, which is Kata Ferry, for 1 hour and 45 minutes to Pulau Tioman. At 2:15 p.m., they arrived at Kampung Paya Jetty, located in Pulau Tioman, but they continued to board the boat provided by Tuna Maya Beach Resort to go to the resort. Tuna Maya Beach Resort is the place where they will stay for 3 days and 2 nights. The journey takes about 15 minutes to arrive at Tuna Maya Beach Resort. After they arrive at the resort, they check into the book room. After that, they spend about 1 hour from 2:40 until 3:40 p.m. to record video footage using a drone. After the activity, they spend time with each other until dinner time at 7 p.m. Their dinner was only in hotel lobby for 2 hours until 9 p.m. and then they returned to their room. For the second day itinerary, activities started at 8 a.m., where they having breakfast at the hotel lobby. Breakfast on that day is nasi lemak. Breakfast takes 1 hour until 9 a.m. After that, they return to their room to prepare for the snorkeling activities. After that, they set off at 9:30 to go to the spot for snorkeling, which is in Tekek, and it took 30 minutes to get there. They do the snorkeling activities for 2 hours from 10 to 12 noon, and they stop for lunch at the Lima restaurant until 1 p.m. After lunch, they stop by the shop to buy snacks and some souvenirs. They continue snorkeling for 1.5 hours until 3 p.m. and they return to the resort at that time. After arrive at the resort at 3:30 p.m., they continue to rest in the room after tired doing the snorkeling activities. Around 7 p.m., they had dinner in the hotel lobby for 2 hours until 9 p.m. and after that, they returned to their room. That's all the itinerary for this vlog. Thank you.
The next slide is the attraction in Pulau Tioman. The first attraction is Tioman Island. Tioman Island, it has a 7 village, the largest and most popular being Kampung Tekek on the central western coast. It also the densely forested island is sparsely inhabited, and it's surrounded by numerous coral reefs, making it a popular scuba diving, snorkeling, and surfing spot. They also have a many resort and chalets for tourists around the island, which has duty-free status. The next attraction in Tioman is Tunamaya Beach and Spa Resort. It is an idyllic location for leisurely days under the sun in an absolute secluded beach and resort. It also have several villages scattered around the coastline, the largest one being Salang, Tekek, Genting, Paya, and Juara. The next slide is snorkeling in Tioman Island. Snorkeling is as exciting as it gets, and it all begins with a familiarization session at the resort snorkeling pool, followed by a brief presentation at the movie room and a guided eco walk through Tioman Island Resort's rock falls.
Assalamualaikum. Now I want to present about costing sheet at a Pulau Tioman. First, they went to Pulau Tioman with 4 people. They take their own car to the jetty Mersing and take the ferry. The costing of ferry is about, because they take a premium ferry, so they take a expensive ferry, so the cost of ferry is about 45 ringgit per person. So they spend about 180, about 4 people. And after they arrive at Pulau Tioman, the board of Tuna Maya Chalet is come to take that to a chalet. The chalet is include of a package of a Tuna Maya Chalet. That's to the guests of Chalet Tuna Maya. So the chalet of Tuna Maya is cost about 475. It's about 4 person, 3 male and 1 female. I know 3 female took a room, has a 1 queen bed and 1 single bed for 3 people. For female, I don't know because they don't show the female room, so I assume that went to the king bed for one woman. That cost for 404 for one night. So they stay there for 2 night. So they stay there for 2 night, and so for 2 night, and the cost is 100 1,700 1,758 for 2 night. And the first day they ate at the dinner, I think. So they ate at the restaurant of the chalet. So the restaurant of chalet of very expensive. It's about you spend about 100 to 50 for lunch or dinner, for especially one trip. So the chalet of restaurant are very expensive. And after that, the cost of the snorkeling. So the snorkeling as a package, they took, but if you don't bring the snorkeling item like a oxygen tank, about the swimsuit, they can rent to you. This is take about 15 ringgit per person. So to a 4 person is about the 60 ringgit. So they stop at the restaurant at Tekek. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I assume that's Tekek. So they to a restaurant too. they took a special meal, like not a special meal, like a package meal. They took of 4 people eat. So I assume around around 100 or around maybe 50 per person, because they what I see from the video, they took a large of amount of food. So there's a belong a 50 per person, because in that video the person has tell the food at there also expensive, but more but less more than a chalet restaurant. So after that they went to the chalet and eat the same meal, restaurant chalet, at dinner. So I assume the cost for the all trip to Pulau Tioman, I I don't assume that this is a correct calculate, but I think this is a possible amount. It's about 3,398 for 3 days 2 night at the Pulau Tioman. So this is a very expensive trip. So this is not belong to a group trip, because not a lot of activity you can do there, but it's suitable for honeymoon, because you can go there about one about one for life, maybe not quite a lot to be there. So that's all. Thank you.
So the next slide is witness of the trip and also the suggestion and recommendation to make the trip better in the future. The first thing is witness. One of the witness that I found in this trip is lack of time management. For example, on day 1, their ferry ticket is at 12:30 p.m. but then they arrive at the jetty at 11:30 p.m. So they have their free time around 1 hour, and I think it just wastes their time, because at the jetty there is no activity that they can do and there is no attraction place that they can go. They just go to the store nearby to buy some food and stay at the jetty until their ferry to come around. The second one is about activity, and I think it is the biggest weakness of this trip, because they only do one activity, which is snorkeling. The third one is they did not state all the information that are related to their trip, such as ferry price, boat price, and all the costs that they have to pay for this trip. And what is my suggestion or recommendation to make the trip better in the future? The first one is manage time properly, as we know that time is really important for us, right? So we have to manage our time properly so that we will not face any problem during our journey. And the second one is activity. We have to plan or do more an interesting activity. So for this trip, they go to Tioman Island and they only do one activity, which is snorkeling. So maybe for the next time, if they want to go to the another island, they can plan or do more activity, such as banana boat and kayaking. And the last one is state all the information that are related to the trip, such as accommodation name, transportation, all the costs that we have to pay, uh, and ferry price, boat price, or if we go by a flight, so maybe we can state the flight ticket price, and all the information that are related.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye!